Hey Ryan, long time no see. I feel like we need to catch up a little bit. Are you going to our user conference this year? You know, it's our only chance to meet other KaiNexus customers and hang out with your favorite KaiNexus staff. I mean, you and I.
I will be there with bells on, Bana. So when I do trainings, I typically get asked what other people are doing in KaiNexus and what's the best way to meet other KaiNexus users. Well, this is it. There is no better way to leverage your KaiNexus investment than by coming to our annual user conference. You will walk away energized and have at least 3 or 4 new ideas on how to use KaiNexus and make your CI efforts better within your organization.
3 or 4? I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to be honest, it's my favorite time of year. I love getting together with all of our customers, showing them around Austin, and helping them with their improvement work. For those interested, find more in the Learn section of KaiNexus.com, which we'll show a little bit more of at the end of our video. For now, let's take a look at some of these new improvements in this release. Now, the first one we have to show off is time tracking. Give projects an estimate and log time to give an accurate idea of how long a project will take and how much longer it will take to complete. Now, first, ask your customer experience representative to enable this feature. After it's turned on for a specific template, you'll see a new window appear below the date section. Now, we've added it to this custom templates right here. You can see this time tracking section. We already have an estimate that we've logged. We said it would take around 3 days or so for this project to be completed. So we can jump in and blow it up and we can see the people that have already logged their time. And when we want to go in and log time, we just hit this log work button. We select the person, the amount of time spent, the work log date, and even give a small description of what we've done in that time that we've logged. Now, every hours will count toward 1 day. For example, a 16-hour estimate will be a 2-day project.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Bana. Let's hop out of this resolution screen and get back to that dashboard that we were working off of. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this quality defects chart and would love to give a big warm welcome to threshold charts in KaiNexus. We've heard from our customers that it was very important to measure progress with baselines and goals, as well as send notifications when you reach those goals, and we 100% agreed. Threshold charts are used to track when you are above or below a threshold or a series of thresholds. So if you have a metric that you want to track when or if you are above/below a baseline, target, or goal, then you'll want to take advantage of this new chart type.
Yeah, when you're tracking props to see that you haven't hit your goal yet.
Well, I always hit my goal, Bana, so let's be real. Now, what we're looking at here, Bana, we have a fully populated threshold chart, which looks really good. What I want to do is show our users how we can actually get to this finished product. So let's say, for example, we're going to go ahead and create a chart. So now we'll see underneath the chart option this new section for threshold. So when I select threshold, let's go ahead and create a new threshold chart.
Now, I see there's that new option for threshold, but can I make a threshold chart out of my old bar and line graphs?
Yes, Bana, you can absolutely take advantage of converting those previous line and bar graphs into a threshold chart as well.
Awesome. I feel like that'll save me a ton of time.
Oh, of course, and that's what I'm here for. So let's go ahead and create this new threshold chart. We're going to dive into our unique generated URL for this threshold chart. And remember, everyone, we want to follow the blue. So once we come into our threshold chart, let's go ahead and add some data, create a series, and here is where we're taken to that threshold line type series. So once you've given your new series a name, you'll be able to select, do you want target to be greater or less than a number? You'll be able to select the colors of a marker when the target is not met. You'll be able to select the color of the marker when the target is met, as well as what your line or bar color is going to be. And then here at the bottom, you'll see you're able to add second threshold, third threshold, or as I would call tertiary threshold, as well as your baseline threshold.
Here's your word of the day.
Word of the day is tertiary. So let's go ahead. We'll just stick right now with this first threshold. We can save and create. And this is going to now take us to our new series for our actual. So here's where we'll want to include our actual series. Again, we'll determine what our particular line or bar color is going to be here. And then we can go ahead and save this series. Now, everybody should be very familiar with this add edit data option here within a chart. So all you'll do is go ahead and add your rows. If you need to determine if this is going to be a date or category, of course, you'll do this as well. And then you can start to populate your threshold with your primary, your baseline, as well as your actual, which will give us that finished product that we saw earlier. You didn't think we were going to stop there with just threshold charts, did you, Banna? With being able to set a goal, you can now show how close you are to that goal from your baseline. So let's say, for example, you set a goal for 100% customer satisfaction, but are currently only at 80%. Once you get to 90%, you are at 50% of your goal. So what we've done is we've added an option. Let's go back to that quality defects chart that we were looking at earlier. And here you'll see we have this goal visualizer that we've added to this particular chart. The really nice thing about this particular goal visualizer is we can also add this on a board via a new card type, which we call a widget card. So if we come back to our board, we see here on our strategy board we have this corporate goals widget card. In order to add a new widget card, just come up to the plus sign on your board and you can go ahead and add this widgets option. The widget card supports our goal visualizer and even lets you put a bunch of different goals in one card, as we see here. This gives you a quick at-a-glance view of how close you are to completing a goal set in one of your threshold charts. We know you're going to love this. In order to access that chart, simply go ahead and click on that goal and it'll take you right to that chart. And don't be surprised when we add more widgets to that widget card.
The next two features that I want to show actually relate to our advanced ROI module. Normally, we don't show any features around our add-on modules, but I really wanted to highlight a couple cool things coming out in this release. First, we're going to head over to our resolution section. Measuring the impact on an improvement is a huge part of tracking improvement efforts. So we know we can do this when we say, did this result in a change, and we get all of our impacts. Showing how much money, time, or resources were spent to complete the improvement can be just as important. With this new investment section, as available as part of that advanced ROI add-on, you can now track investment by roles, financial, or resource investments just to see how that impact stacks up to what you invested in that project.
Love it.
Now, the other thing that I want to show off today is our impact splitting or allocation. Now, you can view the impact in two primary different ways. What location did the improvement originate in, and what location did the improvement get implemented? Now, for those advanced ROI customers, now you'll be able to determine and allocate where the impact of the improvement occurred with the impact splitting and impact allocation. Now you can divide up what parts of your organization benefited from this improvement. So if we jump into this advanced ROI cost savings field that we've added here, hit our add savings, you'll have this new impact location field. So now you can select multiple locations of where that improvement really impacted, and it'll show up in our reporting. I mean, with 52 improvements and fixes in this release, we could be here all day. Make sure you check out our release notes for the rest of our new features in this release. Now, if we head up to our KaiNexus.com website and head over to the Learn tab, you'll see that 2018 KaiNexus User Conference link. So if we click on this, it'll take you directly to a page where you can learn all about our user conference, where you can buy tickets and book hotel rooms. Now, join before the end of May and get free access to the KaiNexus Standard Work Training with the code MAY2018, while supplies last, of course. Now hurry, it's filling up fast. Have you seen our new content on the KaiNexus Improvement blog? As you know, we post new stuff at blog.kainexus.com every day. And then head over to the customer blog at blog.kainexus.com/customer to learn the latest on KaiNexus and visit our support site at support.kainexus.com for a deeper dive into all of our features. Sign up for our next webinar, Pets and Vets, Applying Lean in Unexpected Places, with Chip Ponsford on May 7th at 1 p.m. Eastern. And before we go, please subscribe to our Continuous Improvement podcast on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts for more continuous improvement tidbits. Now, this has been Matt Banna and Ryan Rippey with KaiNexus.
Keep improving, and we'll see you next time.